How'd you do that? How'd you get in? Crazy. No, that's not. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Oh. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jasmine, and today's video we are going to be doing, or reading I should say, 1-star reviews for my #1 favorite series ever. This is the series that got me into reading. This is the series that has my whole heart and soul, and this is the series that started this bookshelf right here. Also, don't mind my little ratchetness going on over there. I just transitioned everything from that bookshelf to that bookshelf, and I'm thinking about moving that one to my living room. I don't know. We'll see. It's just a thought for now. Anyways, I got my Alani for today's video, and I'm so excited to jump into this because I am truly gonna be hurt by these reviews. They're gonna hurt my feelings. 110% gonna hurt my feelings, but I'm ready. I came prepared with my Alani. I got Bentley right here. Excuse you, sir, come here. Sit down. Yeah, and say hello to the camera. Say hello. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Oh, be careful, lovey. Anyways, oh, before we get started, I wanted to show you guys this. I am so excited. This book just came in the mail a few days ago, and I just feel like I need to show it off. And I am filming this video way earlier than I'm actually posting it. So when you see this video, you're gonna be like, that came out like last month. You are correct. It did, and it is last month right now. So, ready? I'm so excited. I don't know when I'm gonna read this, but you guys, I have heard like such good things about this, and all of the booktubers are reading it or have read it. This month I have so many things that I'm reading and so many things on my TBR, but this one I might just squeeze in there, you know? It might have just jumped to the top of my TBR list. When I opened it, I was like, this is way prettier than I thought, and it jumped to the top of my TBR just like that. I didn't even know I ordered a hardcover. It just came in the mail hardcover, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I just wanted to show this off because it's so pretty, and I'm gonna let it jump to the top of my TBR and just ignore my TBR. Okay, let's get into the actual video. I'm sorry for getting distracted, you guys. So this is really awkward, but my phone is on 19%. So real awkward. We're gonna just keep going. Anyway, so we're gonna start with a quart of Thorns and Roses, and we're gonna start reading those 1-star reviews. So as you can see, my rating is 5 stars. We want to click on reviews, and oh, here is a 1-star review from 6 months ago, and it is from Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. Ooh, this baby is long. Okay, all right. I guess that's what I get for going on Goodreads, because Goodreads, they be going hard on their reviews, okay? All right, so let's see. Okay, she put, oh my god, I'm gonna read the whole thing, okay? Because it's kind of funny. She said, note from 4/17/2023. So someone reported this for unmarked spoilers, even though oops, I need to put my phone on silent. Even though I prefaced it, lol, so the spoilers will be marked where they are, even though there really aren't any spoilers at all because they do not significantly affect the plot in any way, but oh well. Okay, note from 2/21/23. Because I apparently have to spell it out, for those of you who don't read comments or check dates and read, I read and reviewed this book in 2018. Dang. So she just keeps updating. She's taking whatever these comments are real personal, but anyways. It's been about 5 years. As I've stated in a number of comments, I will not continue this series. In the intervening years since reading this, my feelings on the matter have not changed, nor have I desired to continue. Please refrain from commenting about how I need to continue the series or that I did not understand the book. I received too many of these comments and I'm tired of replying the same thing over and over again. This review is for me first and foremost, not you. Please move on if you don't like my take. Oh, yeah, I mean, the ACOTAR fandom, like, you are either die hard or you're not. And it's like, people really take it personal because, like, for me, I'm gonna take hate comments personal, I think, because I love the series so much. But I'm not gonna respond to anybody's comments. Like, the way you feel about it is the way you feel about it. But like, it's just crazy because some people don't. People do be commenting on other people's stuff and just be hating, and it's like, we all have our opinions. I don't, anyways, so yes, I take it personal. Why? Because it's the very first series I read. It's the first series that got me into it, and Sarah J Maas is my favorite author, okay? That is why. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna tell anybody that they need to feel the way I feel, unless you haven't read it. Then I'm gonna be like, yo, read this book, it's the best book ever. I don't want to move my camera because, like, you guys are in a really good spot, but anyway. Okay, alright, so the writing. The title of the book is stupid. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's stupid and flashy and unrelated to the actual content of the book. It's solely for the wow factor. The quotable line, "I love you, Thorns and all," is wholly ineffective because Thorns had not been established as a motive, and was only used in the context in that very scene more than halfway through the book. The word thorn was only used a grand total of 9 times in this book. You kept track of how many times they use the word thorn. I don't know how many reviews I'm going to dive into if I stop this many times, I'm sorry. Writing itself was inconsistent and poorly done. I pushed and pulled, but the mud was too thick, or too slick, and held fast. Are you aware of the definition of slick, Sarah J Maas? I do not think it means what you think it means. Besides that, Amarantha's hair drastically changed color after about 90 pages. Her red gold hair and then her black hair. Which is it, Moss? It can't be both unless she has unmentioned magical hair dyeing abilities. Did it really change to black hair? I need to do a reread of ACOTAR because it's been a year since I read it. The world building. The Fae were, for one thing, almost exactly the same, primarily in appearance and personality, to the ones of the Throne of Glass series, and to be honest, I was disappointed. They were not even cleverly unique fairies. They're Tolkien-esque elves that are actually vampires, fangs inviting immortality. They don't have any distinct differences from humans in their thought process or emotional capacities. How are you gonna walk into somebody's world building book and like expect something? I'm just curious. Like, you expected the book to be completely different than what it was, and whose fault is that? Not ours. I mean, not Sarah J Maas's. Okay, anyway. Conclusion. I managed to read it fairly quick. I had to DNF it for several days before deciding to trudge through. It was horrendous. I may pick up a sequel at some point. Somebody commented, "Do you know Moss personally? This review is nasty and kinda harsh, like maybe she insulted your mother at some point in life. Did you guys go to the same high school?" No. Okay, this one. I love this one. Okay, it says, "The fairy system is supposed to be the same as her other series because they're all in the same universe. I'm pretty sure that in a couple of scenes of the book there are hints of existing characters from her other book series. I can't be exactly sure because I haven't read them all." Yes, thank you, because somebody had to say it, because let's just talk about it. We all know there's a Mossiverse, okay? Sarah J Maas is connecting all of her books. It's a Mossiverse. She has created her own universe, and they are all a part of the universe. Yes, they're going to be slightly different, but this is Sarah J Maas's version of these fairies and her version of a universe. Who are you to say what her universe is supposed to look like? Just saying, who are you to say what her universe is supposed to look like? You're not. Like, you don't get to do that. You don't get to expect that everybody's gonna be different. It's a freaking universe. I don't know. Anyways, so yes, they are similar, and yes, they have similarities because it's all the same universe, and that's the point, and you didn't get that because you only read the first book. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next one because I spent way too much time on this one. We're gonna do one more 1-star from ACOTAR, and I'm gonna try to find a shorter one, and oh, here's a few. Okay, we'll do these two because they're really, really short. And then we'll jump into A Court of Mist and Fury. Okay, so this one, Aelin. Wait, I don't think it's Aelin, but that's what I read. Okay, so she said, "I'm a second away from dousing myself in gasoline and lighting myself on fire just so I never have to look at this book again. Okay. I swear, Goodreads is so dramatic, you guys. Okay, this is Howl's Moving Castle fan fiction and no one can convince me otherwise. Okay, that is facts. It is inspired by Howl's Moving Castle because my friend and she made me watch that with her because it was one of her favorite movies, and she was telling me about how Reese is inspired by the main male interest in Howl's Moving Castle. But yeah, okay, that's it for A Court of Thorns and Roses. We're gonna move on because I spent way too much time on that. A Court of Mist and Fairy. Okay, this is my all-time favorite book. Alright, so this one says, Pharaoh's misgivings about ruling also made sense. I could even understand why Tamlin would be so overprotective. He felt like he had betrayed her and failing to keep her safe and was overcompensating for it in the worst way. Okay, he didn't do crap under the mountain for her, but okay. Enter Rhysand, who makes a good on his bargain to take Farah back to his court for 7 days a month. He actually ruins Farah's wedding, where she is about to get married to Tamlin but having a major case of cold feet and PTSD. He tells her that her wedding dress is ugly and tells her that she should thank him for saving her because he is chef's kiss, a prince among men. Eye roll. He takes it upon himself to teach Farah to read and write and is so shocked that she was allowed to be illiterate for so long. Because I was pretty sure Tamlin was actually teaching her how to read in book 1. Maybe I'm wrong, but I seem to remember Tamlin teaching her to read was a major part of his introduction as a love interest. Did he teach her? I know he like gave her a book, but did he sit down and teach her? Not like Rhys. We learned that Rhysand assaulted Farah for her own good and to keep her angry so she wouldn't give up hope. Wow, what a great guy. Okay, so I do agree that under the mountain, he was just as bad to Farah as Tamlin was during all the other stuff. I agree. What he did under the mountain was not okay. And I also thought it was mind-blowing that everybody just moved past that. But don't get me wrong, I love Rhys. But I did have those same thoughts, like, how are we okay with this? But moving on, this review is boring me. We're gonna find a new one. I don't want a super long one. They're so long. A Court of blah 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 is boring as hell. Characters are infuriating and tiresome. They possess no unique or remarkable qualities. Quite on the contrary, actually. Sex scenes were laughable and cringy. I call this erotica for children. Don't look at me. I'm not the one who wrote it. Okay, can we talk about how Sarah J. Maas, I'm like 90% sure I saw in an interview, her husband is the only person she's ever been with. Like, she's spent her whole life with one guy. What do you expect out of this content? And this book isn't about that type of content. The book has so much more to it than spice. So what do you expect? Anyways, moving on. Alright, plot. Was there any? Okay, obviously you were only here for the spice because there was plenty of plot, thank you very much, and world building, and character building. And if you think the characters were boring, every single one of them have character development, except for A's. We're still working on that, trying to figure that out. But there is good news. This book was a gift, which means I didn't spend a penny on it. That's a little bit of a burn. She said, oh, give me a fucking break already. The woman, or the main character, is like, I live in a castle with super hot fiance who loves the shit out of me. Ugh, and now I'm super beautiful and strong and shit. Could my life get any worse? Oh my god, she's so annoying. If I were Tamlin, I'd throw her ass back on the streets. About Rhysand, he hasn't shown up yet, but if he sees any potential in this chick, I don't know, man. Okay, we're gonna go on to A Court of Wings and Ruined. This person said, just what I expected. DNF, seriously, anyone who manages to finish this book deserves an award. 202, that's the number of times the word mate in any of its hellish forms is used in this book. 202. Oh no, my battery's dying, 1 second. Okay, it's kind of a really weird angle, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Anywho, back to it. That statistic alone should be enough to justify the 1-star rating. If you feel satisfied enough to remove yourself from this review, run with that feeling because I have like 7 pages of shit to complain about. Like Reese, Farrah also manages to find time in her packed schedule of sex scenes and repetitive dialogue to be incredibly, inconvertibly dumb. How rude. I deleted my old review because ick, what a mess, and I really realized this book was actually bad.
What the heck, bro?
So you took the time to come back and delete your review. Okay, girl. Oh my god, I'm done with that one too, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess we'll do Frost and Starlight, and I'm only gonna do one from Frost and Starlight because I know that people feel a certain way about it. I felt like I really enjoyed Frost and Starlight because it was a good breather to truly know and understand the characters while they're on a good terms, if that makes sense. Worst experience of my life. This book almost entirely useless. That's facts. I mean, it is kind of useless. It wasn't made to be useful. It was just like a good little Christmas edition of what was going on. Raise your hand if you'd rather read about Moore accepting herself entirely and unconditionally and growing comfortable in her sexuality, Nesta finding her way towards healing and self-love and getting her revenge on the queen, Elaine focusing on her personal growth and learning to healthily cope with being Fae and slowly getting used to her newfound abilities instead of yet another uninspired, drab, unnecessary smut scene between Farrah and Reeson. Nope. I will not raise my hand because I very much enjoyed it. Alright, and last one, A Court of Silver Flames. Let's go. Now this one was not my, like, I still like A Court of Mist and Fury more than this one, but I'm not like opposed to this one, if that makes sense. Like, this one was good too. It's just not. I'm just Farrah and Reese, like, die hard. There's a lot of bad reviews. Okay, here's a shorter one. Okay, ready? I feel the same way about Sarah J. Maas being lauded as a woman who writes strong, empowered female heroes. The same way I feel about... Oh my gosh. You don't get credit for doing something you haven't done, and all of Maas's characters do is serve to get boned and rescued every few pages by a guy with powerful back muscles. You know feminism works by having the occasional unfuckable male character too, right? I feel like no one has paid attention to these books thoroughly, or they just don't know that feminism also entails having a freaking male character that isn't defined by how enormous they're... Why did you read the 5th book if you feel that way? Okay, last one. Wow, they start this one off by saying, let's get straight to the point, and it is extremely long. I will not tolerate anyone defending her under any circumstances. So you felt this strong to post a negative review, but you will not tolerate somebody else feeling strong to post something positive or argue about it? Oh, she's just going on a tangent. Okay, about like defending authors. Okay, we don't like that one. Sarah J. Maas making one Instagram post about hashtag diversify bookstagram when her books are anything but diverse is the epitome of comedy. Go girl, give us nothing. Hey besties, I literally re-downloaded Goodreads just to rewrite my review of this book. I've been working on myself these past few months and diversifying my bookshelf, reading more books by authors of color, reading books about communities I don't know about, and I've been thinking about this book a lot because I rated it as 5 stars. I wasn't seeing how bad it really is, and for a number of reasons. This review will contain spoilers. So you took the book from 5 stars to 1 star? Okay, we're gonna stop there. Those are 1-star reviews for the entire ACOTAR series that I think hurt my feelings. Oh my gosh, it's fine. It's fine. People have the right to feel the way they want to feel. I have the right to feel the way I want to feel. I love ACOTAR, and I'm going to reread it again soon, and it will be my all-time favorite series forever and ever and ever and ever. But everybody's entitled to their opinions, so here we are. That was kind of fun, and some of them were pretty funny. It's not that I disagree with some things that people say, because there are some things that I'm like, I get you. I understand exactly what you're trying to say there, but it doesn't make me hate the series, or Sarah J. Maas or anything like that. And also, Sarah J. Maas started writing when she was really, really young, and like, you can only know what you know. So it's really difficult to write about like other cultures when you don't know those other cultures. Just understanding that we're all human, not everybody knows everything. There's a whole like controversy going around right now about like Rebecca Yarros using like, I think it was Gaelic. I want to say they said it was Greek. I didn't even know that because I'm not cultured into that. Like, I don't know. And so like, yes, she was writing about it, but that's my point, is like, You can't write about things that you don't know about, but then people are still gonna crucify you if you're writing about things that you don't know about, or like you don't know about things that they want you to write about. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sarah J Maas can't just make up what it's like to live a certain lifestyle she's never lived. I don't know, that is my hot take on it. I just think that if authors are gonna write about something, they have to put extensive research into it, and sometimes that's just not their mojo, and that's okay, because we're all human. We are all human beings, and if you want to write a book about your culture, write a book about your culture. You are the one who is knowledgeable about it. Don't expect other people to be knowledgeable about something. That's 100% okay, and it doesn't make people bad people or anything like that if they don't know certain things. But okay, I'm wrapping this up. I feel like that was kind of a long, but it was 5 books. I mean, come on, we just looked at reviews for 5 books and there were so many. Goodreads reviews are very long. Like, are you kidding? I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you thought these like reviews were funny, or you agreed with some of them, or you disagreed with some of them, go ahead and comment down below. Just be nice, and I'm open-minded to everything, but just know that I do love ACOTAR, and I'm not going to change my mind. I'm going to continue to love it, and if you love it, great, come be a part of my community. If you don't love it, be a part of my community anyways, because I read so many other books. Okay, you guys, that's it. I'm done talking your ears off. Thank you guys for coming to watch this video, and I hope that I see you guys next time. Bye.